Am I the asshole for not inviting fiancé's stepmom to wedding dress shopping? My fiancé, M24, has never really been close with his stepmom and especially not closer with her than his own mother. Stepmom was the other woman. About a month ago my mother scheduled this dress appointment for me, F25, and my original plan was to have my MOH, my mom, future MIL, my 4 younger sisters, and both sets of our grandmas present. I told stepmom about this plan and I specifically remember her suggesting I go before the appointment with 1 or 2 people so I wouldn't be overwhelmed with the crowd on the actual appointment. I did like the idea and tried to bring one of my sisters. However, my schedule just didn't pan out for it to happen before the originally planned appointment. I ended up having to reschedule with a different shop that had a 4-guest minimum. I included my mom, my future MIL, and my 2 grandmothers. The day of, stepmom invited us over and I reminded her my appointment was that day. She asked me where it was and I explained the whole situation of rescheduling and the guest minimum. She didn't seem bothered until I told her that my fiancé's mom was invited. She already knew she wasn't included in the previous group. She never seemed to have an issue with it. My fiancé then gets a text from his father that I hurt their feelings and he didn't understand why stepmom wasn't invited. My fiancé told him that he wasn't involved in the planning of the appointment so stepmom would have to talk to me directly. Stepmom is a very passive-aggressive person. She typically just gives the silent treatment until she feels better instead of talking it out. So when fiancé told me about the text I didn't really expect her to talk to me about it but that she would just be happy to be included in the few who have seen my dress. This was not the case. The next day we went over to their house and I showed stepmom the dress in private. She told me that it was perfect and that she didn't want to talk about it because she would cry. I thought that she meant she was getting emotional because of the dress itself. So I said, me and my mom were crying yesterday. I figured you would get just as emotional as we did. Then she said, no, I just had a really bad day yesterday and my feelings were hurt but I'm over it and I'm not talking about it. When I asked her why she just said, because, MIL, and stormed away from me. I'm so confused. I'm also upset because I'm extremely close with my sisters and also my MOH who couldn't come yet all of them understood the situation. I don't understand why stepmom is so upset when she already knew from before that she wasn't going to be there. Am I the asshole? How do I try to squash this without her becoming more upset? Like and follow for more.